that is the end of our 3rd line journey. So the Shinmei line is now finished. Do you want to know where we're going next?
The campground.
What's so special about the campground?
There's a bath.
And?
An onsen.
And?
I can use either one.
Not quite, not yet. What's so special about the campground?
It's on the Totoro Toge.
Ding 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 ding. It's the Totoro Toge. Alright, time to head out. No, you stopped dancing.
Were you filming?
I wanted to. It's a van.
Okay.
Alright, that was
the not Neko bus.
The Gakkari spot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a much better Neko bus. Are your dreams coming true?
One of them.
One of them? Oh, it's even going to Totoro Toge.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Oh. Can you go inside? It just looks like a... No, I'm not sure if you're supposed to go inside.
Yeah, I feel like
that just looks like an old bus.
Considering this is the Totoro Toge, I'm surprised that they don't have more Totoro stuff. They just have like a huge Neko bus.
I think that the bus is enough.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's the Totoro Toge, not the Neko bus Toge.
This entire rider house just feels thrown together. There's like multiple buildings, like a rider house complex. Taking a bath, there was one guy who...
He sounded like, I heard a guy talking that sounded pretty old.
Yeah, there was a guy who was maybe in his 60s.
Wow.
He said this is the 20th time he's gone touring Hokkaido.
Yeah, like, I heard him say some things, like I was kind of listening to your conversation, and he was like, you know, everyone in your little group in there had already been to Hokkaido before, and he's like, yeah, buddy, everybody comes back, you know?
Yeah. So this is a Harikachi Pass. How does it feel to reach the highest point of the trip?
I'm glad that it should be easy after this.
What is it? That's a cicada.
Is there anything on my face?
No.
There was a bug flying around me. Please get that thing off of my bag.
Bow! It didn't go. Come on, Betty. Get off. There we go.
Can you grab my bag?
Sure.
Where is it?
It's down there.
I don't see it.
It's down there. Trust me. Back to the bikes. We must mount our trusty steeds and continue downhill. That's how you feel?
It hurts.
Beth is almost finished with her first metric century, but we can't let her know that, right?
I can't hear you at all.
She can't hear me at all.
Beth!
Yeah?
You completed your very first century. You want to have a celebration? You want to do the wave? Woo! How do you feel?
Coming back.
What's coming? Oh, the wave! Woo! It came back! Do you want to know how much you climbed today?
Too much.
You climbed 969 meters. All right, let's go to campground. I'm hungry.
Wait for this car to pass.
All right. It's time to start the Shihoro Line, which is going to be our final full line. The Shihoro Line was completed in 1939 and connected the city of Obihiro in the south to Tokachi-Mitsumata Station in the north. The line began to be shut down in stages beginning in 1978, and it was fully shut down in 1987, a scant 47.5 years after the line was fully completed. I'm actually going to be doing this line a little differently than previous lines, as we're already at the halfway point of the line. Beth and I are going to move camp about 35 kilometers away to kami-shihoro, where I'm going to take off my luggage and go search out the northern 40 kilometers of the line by myself.
There's a little dent here, is that okay?
I was thinking like right where I'm sitting.
Oh, you know, it'd be nice.
If I wasn't sitting where you're gonna put the tent up. Shortly after you come out of this snow shed, this rock slide shed, you will come across this. This is actually where the steps are, which used to lead down to Kuroishidaira Station. So we're gonna take the steps down into the forest and see if there's anything left. What does the sign say? Kuroishidaira. I can't read that. Let's see. 53.6 kilometers to Obihiro and 24.7 kilometers to Tokachi-Mitsumata. I'm being eaten by bugs. So this is where Kuroishidaira used to be, and it actually looks like there's still a path that goes through the forest. From here on, we should start seeing many of the bridges that the Shihoro Line is known for, many of which are actually still standing today. This is the Utopique River, bridge number 3. This bridge is actually one of the more important ones because it was both the first built, it was built in 1936, and it also has the largest arch. And that arch has a span of 32 meters, which is the biggest of all the bridges. So apparently once this bridge was built in 36, there was, I guess it became somewhat famous throughout the country, and other concrete arch bridges were built in other areas of the country, somewhat copying this. So this is actually designated as a cultural artifact now, so it is being preserved. This is obviously where Nukabira used to be. Nukabira Station was first opened in 1937, though it was later moved to this location in 1955. A bit over 20 years later, in 1978, they effectively shut down the train line running north from here and had passengers transferred from the train to a bus if they wished to continue on north. Nearly a decade later, in 1987, Nukabira was fully shut down with the rest of the Shihoro Line. The following year, in 1988, it reopened as a museum for the Shihoro Line. The museum is full of signs, clothing, photos, and other artifacts from and information about the Shihoro Line. One actually cool thing about this is that they run toroko, which are like engine-powered carts, on the tracks. They actually rebuilt those tracks about 6 years ago. Now they run the toroko on them, but only on the weekends and holidays. And unfortunately today is a Friday, so I can't actually ride on the tracks. I think I'm just gonna go walk on the tracks for a little bit, but then the rest of the way I'm going to go back to the highway, and you can see most of the old track from the highway and the bridges, which are the main staple of the Shihoro Line. Right now I'm trying to get to the Taoshibetsu Bridge, one of the more famous bridges on the line. Unfortunately, the road that you need to go down to get there, you see it is off limits to cars. However, they say nothing about bicycles. It seems like it's about 3.5, 4K to the bridge. They put a log in the road. It says that to protect the environment, cars and motorcycles can't enter. So I guess I'm just gonna leave my bike here. The road is turned to mush anyway, so I'm just gonna continue the rest of the way on foot. Due to the construction of Nukabira Dam and the planned flooding of the Utopique River, in 1955, a section of the Shihoro Line was moved from the northeastern side of the Utopique River to the southwestern side. While they did remove the rails, they notably left behind the Taoshibetsu Bridge. As the level of the lake rises and falls with the seasons, as they adjust the amount of water that flows to the dam, the bridge disappears and reappears. So I'm actually pretty lucky because it's late summer, it's August right now, and the bridge is still visible. Barely, but it's still there. It's kind of hard to get down here, but once you get down here, there's no one else down here, so it's really nice and peaceful. However, the sun is setting, and I need to get going. I'm back to the tracks. I headed down a little path. I am now back to where the tracks were. And why do you think I'm here? Okay, I'm here because this is the Utopique River, bridge number 5. Built in 1939, it has one large 23-meter arch and multiple smaller 10-meter arches, which all combine to form the bridge's full 109-meter length. I am going to the last station I'm going to go to on the Shihoro Line, which is Horoka. The last actual station is Tokachi Mitsumata, which is about 7 or 8K north of me. However, the sun has gone down behind the mountains and it is going to get dark here very soon. And I do not really want to be up here when it's dark. Here is Horoka. There's maybe 200-300 meters of track that remains here, so they kept a lot of track. That's cool. Back in 1954, there was a really big typhoon that knocked down a bunch of trees in this area. And following the typhoon, a bunch of people came to Horoka to clean up the trees. Up to about 300 or so people used to live here. However, after they finished cleaning up all of the trees that fell down, there was no more reason for people to be here, so they left. At Tokachi Mitsumata, there used to be about 800 people that lived up there. And as time went on, like now, there are only 2 families that live there. So it went from 800 to like 5. And actually by 1977, the route, it's about 20 kilometers between Nukabira and Tokachi Mitsumata, so it's about 20 kilometers between those stations. In 1977, there was an average daily ridership of 6 people. There apparently also used to be a hope that the railroad would be extended about 110 kilometers north to Asahikawa. Asahikawa is one of the biggest cities in Hokkaido, and that would have connected Obihiro and Asahikawa, and this whole area would be connected to the biggest metro areas in the prefecture, but that never happened. The line went only to Tokachi Mitsumata. The lumber industry dried up, and people left, and now it's just nothing here. So it's getting chilly. I forgot my coat. The sun's going down. It's going to be dark very soon. So I need to go. This is what happens when you spend too long looking for the remains of trains in a forested mountain road. You end up going down a forested mountain road in the dark. But at least it's downhill, so it's not too bad. Yeah, I need to go home. We are at the Kami-shihoro Aviation Park, which is going to have an awesome hot air balloon festival
next weekend.
Next weekend after we leave. We will start here at Kami-shihoro, then we will continue on to where the Shihoro Line actually began, which is in Obihiro. Kami-shihoro Station, it is now yet another park golf. Is your bike okay, Beth? Do you need help?
Shut up. My water bottle's gonna leak, but... Thank you. Okay, ignore me.
Anyway, it has this nice little plaque explaining the Shihoro Line. It says that when the line was shut down in 1987, the final train departed Obihiro at 10:30, and when it arrived here at Kami-shihoro, they gave people free milk. Well, it's a dairy area, so there's lots of dairy cows here. And the Kami-shihoro Middle School brass band performed to send away the very last train.
You look very manly when you walk like that.
You look very manly when you look at me like that. And then turn right.
Yeah.
Go 8 kilometers south from Kami-shihoro and you'll end up here at Shihoro. This used to be the end of the Shihoro Line when it first opened in 1925. It's only 30.1 kilometers from Obihiro, so it only goes 30 kilometers. Well, when it was first opened. They went 48k that way. And they went in the direction of Obihiro. So they went 30.1k that way to where Beth is right now.
I don't really know what that leads to.
No, you pull that. I'm gonna. Where does that go to? The cable goes way over here. Yeah, they're just disconnected down here.
Okay.
That was beautiful.
I know.
Next is Nakashihoro.
About where are we?
There's some right here, and it looks like at the next traffic light is where we will find Nakashihoro.
Okay.
そこですよ。
あ、そこ？
すぐまっすぐ行ったところ、
あ、その交差点で。
交差点あたりが駅のあたりです。
It is this intersection right up here. Oh, there's the sign.
I see it next to the light.
Yep.
It's falling over.
Yep. We seem to have found Nakashihoro. It is now this empty field. However, at least they acknowledge the station's existence with a sign. It says that Nakashihoro's highest single-day ridership happened in 1965 with 309 people boarding in one day. So I'm trying to find Utopique, and it's an old map. I do not see the station on the map.
Yeah.
Maybe it's further. Only that map was closer to the station.
We're on Oldori 8.
Oldori 8? That means nothing to me.
Here's the Yakuba. Wouldn't the station be back that way then?
I'm having trouble finding this one. Thought it would be easy. Now getting annoying. They said to come down here and turn left, and they have a map right here of the area. I presume it's the Koltsukoen. Ah, there. Okay, good. It is the Koltsukoen. The Utopique station. Yeah, this is nice. Like they have the locomotive. That's cool. You can see inside. There's a smoke chamber and the smokestack. It's like graffiti inside.
Looks like you can get inside here.
Well, can you actually go in this?
Yeah.
Oh, did you already go in it?
Yeah.
It looks like the door used to be locked.
Really?
Well, yeah, there's a lock on the door and the door's on the ground.
That door was knocked out as well. Oh yeah, someone broke out that window too.
I mean, it's cool that it's all here. I'm just disappointed in how people have treated it, yeah. You want to have some lunch now, I guess?
I do.
Alright, and then we have Obihiro after this, and that'll be the final station on the Shihoro Line. This is Honda Farm. What are you looking at? The Honda-made cheese.
Yes. You didn't get it?
I didn't get it at first. No, I just was reading that as handmade cheese. I didn't even realize it was Honda-made. Nice little lunch. It seems to be family run, and most everything is handmade or locally made within like 500 meters of here. I think we should go to the Rider House now.
Okay.
One of those bikes. That means that there was a lot of people who stayed at the Rider House last night.
There were about 18 guys sleeping in the same room. I think it was about 4 of them were extremely loud snorers. Shit, get it off! Get it off! Ah, it hurts! Get it off! It's...
Ah, jeez.
Shit.
I think Beth found a friend.
Shut up. Its little hands, they were kind of sharp.
I don't know, is that the first time you've ever had a cicada line then?
Yes.
We have arrived at Obihiro Station. Obihiro Station was the first stop on the Shihoro Line. However, it is my last stop on the Shihoro Line. So we have done, well, almost the entire line from Obihiro all the way up to a bit before the final stop at Tokachi Mitsumata. So unfortunately, didn't do that last stop. So that's it. We got to Obihiro and thus finished the Shihoro Line. With the completion of the Shihoro Line, we actually have finished all 4 main lines in Hokkaido that we were planning on following. However, there is still one more line, probably the most important line in Hokkaido, that we also wanted to go to. And to do that, we had to pack up our bikes and take trains to the western coast of Hokkaido in the city of Otadu. From here, we're going to send our bikes back to Fukushima, then continue the rest of the way home via rail and foot. So you screw like this, so it goes like this. This is called Seishun Chochikipu. For one person for one day, it's one stamp. So one person, one day, one stamp. You can ride JR trains unlimitedly, except it's local trains only, so you can't take any express train. We've reached Otadu. Hello. Okay.
I want to get food.
Yeah, let's go get food.
Give me my ticket.
Take your ticket.
I'm taking that ticket.
Now that our bikes have been sent off to Fukushima, we come to Otadu, a city famed for its glassware and music boxes, its canals, and most importantly for this trip, for being the birthplace of rail in Hokkaido. I figured that if we're going to do a ban in rail lines in Hokkaido, it's only fitting to go on the first one. The very first railroad in Hokkaido, the Horonai Railway, was opened in 1880 and connected Otadu to Sapporo. 29 years later, in 1909, the first 2.8 kilometer section of the line was renamed the Temiya Line. While the line was shut down in 1985, the former location of Temiya Station was eventually transformed into the Otadu City Museum, which is now largely dedicated to rail in the region.
You want to come in?
You're not going to drive it?
No, that's your job.
Oh, I need to drive it. It's a man's job to drive the train.
Yeah.
Coal out here, coal in there. Coal out here, coal in there. Oh, there's so much stuff here. There's so many cars here and like tracks.
Yeah.
They have the snowplow too, the rotary car. Yeah, we should probably go. Leaving the museum, much of the rail and signaling for the Temiya line still remain, with a good portion of the former route now serving as a promenade through Otadu.
Sneezing? That's a kitty cold? Oh my goodness. Oh. This is my new best friend. I love you. Oh, let's get all the scratches. Oh, look at the face. Look at it. Isn't he so gorgeous?
You like the Temiya line?
I like the cap. The Temiya line led to good things.
Like the beginning of rail in Hokkaido?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what you meant.
Uh-huh. Come here. Come on, honey. I'm gonna say goodbye. Come on. Come on, honey.
That was our 5th and final line in Hokkaido. These 5 lines were only a small sample of the abandoned railways in Hokkaido. However, well, you need much more than a month to visit them all. So from here, it was time to hop on trains and go back home to Fukushima. We're about 45 minutes from Fukushima. Last train, almost there. Only 3 days of local trains. How many transfers have we done total? Like 15 or so? Hey, we're stopping at Fukushima. Almost back to home sweet home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it sprinkling? Yeah.
You don't want to go to Freshness Burger, do you? Which would you rather
Sure,
do?
let's just go to Freshness Burger. It's here, and then we can go straight home.
Alright, do you want to go back in that way or do you want to go around?
Let's go back in where it's not raining.